Welcome to Salon Management Conference Mumbai 2024, organized by Professional Beauty India. I'm Kanishka Ramchandani, the editor of Professional Beauty Hairdressers Journal magazine, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all back for day 2 of learning and management practices. Yesterday, we had experts from the salon industry share their experiences and expertise on topics such as scaling up your salon business, staff retention, skincare business, and aesthetic beauty business. Today, we will go a step further and analyze different aspects of client servicing, client retention, and use of technology in a salon, as well as various marketing tools to put your salon in the best light for your customers. I would now like to start with our first panel for today, and I'm honored to introduce to you my esteemed panelists. Can I please request Ms. Shireen Merchant to step on the stage? With an experience of 26 years, Shireen, the creative director of Cut and Make Salon, is a recipient of multiple awards, including the National Gold winner in Men's Cut and Style category at Schwarzkopf, and she further represented India in China in 2018. Thank you so much for joining us today, Shireen. Please have a seat. The title holder of Mrs. India Geo King and Queen 2019, she has been on the jury for India Skills 2011, 2021 and 2024. She is trained from the Vidal Sassoon Academy, Toni and Guy Academy, London Aesthetics and the London College of Makeup. Apart from working with celebrities, Shireen has also conducted numerous seminars pan-India for various brands. Thank you for joining us today, Shireen. Can we have a round of applause for Shireen Merchant? My next panelist for today is the dynamic Nikisha Bhatia, hair and makeup professional, consultant to many reputed hair care brands like Kevin Care, Iconic, Page 3 salon chains, natural salons, etc. She's also the academic director at Shyam Salon and Academy in Mumbai. She won the gold for us at the World Skills held in India for the first time and have represented India in Jakarta, Indonesia for the same. She's designed looks for designer shows and style celebrities and models as well. She represented India in the OMC Hair World Cup, Frankfurt, Germany, as well as Malaysia. She's done over 300 brides, 1,000 plus clients, many TV serials, movies, ad shoots, and has worked with numerous celebrities too. Thank you so much for joining us, Nikisha. Lovely to have you here. My next panelist for today is Mr. Shanmugha Kumar, also known as Shan, the driving force behind Page 3 Salon. His passion towards service excellence and commitment to beauty and client satisfaction are some of the key factors to his success. The salon is known for its premium services by certified and expert stylists, specializing in hairstyling, makeup, skincare, and body groomings. He has under his wing over 30 salons that are strategically located and designed for optimal workflow and aesthetics. Thank you so much for joining us today, Shan. And my final speaker for today is Atharva Takke. Atharva, can we please have you on stage? An internationally trained hair artist working in the hair industry since 11 years, he has acquired professional education from Uday Takke's Hair and Skin Institution and the L'Oreal Earth Academy. He has been an educator with L'Oreal Professional for more than 3 years, featured in top magazines, consulted with multiple brands, and is trainer to India Skills participant, as well as a juror for the World Skills India. Having worked on educational forums for NSDC and NCERT, he is currently managing U Takke's Hair and Beauty Studio and education head to U Takke's Institution of Hair and Skin. Thank you so much for joining us today, Atharva. And let's take this panel forward. I'm going to join you there. Thank you so much, panelists, for being a part of this panel today. Our topic is client servicing. So let us start by understanding what exactly is client servicing. Shireen, I would like to start from you. What, according to you, is client servicing?
Good morning, everyone. Basically, we are in the service industry where we are catering to various services to our clients, be it the hair, the skin, beauty, nails, all of that. So there are two aspects, according to me, in this client servicing. The first aspect is how you can up your game in terms of the services that you provide to your clients, in terms of your quality control of the kind of service that you give. Of course, that leads to a lot of other factors that we need to work upon to improvise on the quality, to maintain that quality in the services that we provide. So that is one aspect of client servicing. But the second and the most important aspect is the aftercare and the home care and the follow-ups that go beyond that. And that is the ultimate satisfaction that you can provide to your clients. For example, like when we buy a product from Amazon, people are 100%, like me as a client, I'm completely satisfied with Amazon, not only because of probably the quality of the products that I get from Amazon, but it's the aftercare. If I don't like a product, what is the service that they're providing me after that? They will have someone come to at my doorstep, take that product back, replace it, or even give me my cash back on that. So that is the ultimate satisfaction a client should receive when you are providing a service. So the same thing goes also to our salon industry. So when a client comes for a particular service, for example, a nanoplasty or a color service, there are times when a client is not 100% satisfied, because it's different. Sometimes what you imagine and what you want is completely sometimes not up to that mark. So when the client comes back to you for a rectification, how do you approach that client? Is there a smile on that face of yours? Is that same amount of warmth? Is that the same amount of comfort that you give to the clients? Because it's all about how we feel as human beings. We really need to work upon this particular factor of emotion that we have, the negativity. So it should not really spell on them, and they should feel the same amount of comfort even when they come to you for the next time when they're not paying for that service. So that is the true client servicing that we can provide to them in a very heart-warmed way.
Thank you, Shri. Nikisha, what is your point of view? What is client servicing?
Firstly, thank you for having me, Kanishka. This SMC has really helped a lot of people evolve and learn. So, mentioning about client servicing, I come as a third generation legacy holder from my family, and the Bhatias have been in the business for nearly 50, 60 years now. So, client servicing is definitely one of the key features which has helped us stand and test the time, and test our own skill set and servicing techniques. Because your grandfather may be an amazing hairdresser running a successful salon, but your father is being able to continue the same. And now we are able to continue the same. The rush is the same. The footfall in the salon perhaps has increased, if not the same. So considering that, what I have understood, client servicing, why is it important? For two reasons. Simple. First, client loyalty. She's not leaving you for generations together. Like I am the third generation. Perhaps my client is also her family's third generation now coming to me. So they are not leaving us anywhere. And second is reputation. My reputation stands there when I am dedicated to the service that I'm providing in my salon. So that's my importance.
Absolutely. Shan, coming to you. How do you perceive client servicing?
Good morning, everyone. In this age of information overload and beautiful Insta posts we are doing, right? It becomes all the more, the customer's expectation is really high when he or she enters a salon. So, are we giving the service he or she expects? Is a question we should ask. Are we giving honest consultation to the customers, or are we overselling to them? That is also very, very important. We give honest consultation, and correct knowledge to the customers is very, very important. So the customers trust the service provider or the salon brand itself. So that leads to retention of the customer. So giving a correct service and correct knowledge for her becomes very, very important.
Right. Atharva, what is client servicing for you?
Thank you, Kanishka, for having me here. And as Nikisha rightly said, like same like her, I would relate that I am a third generation hairdresser. My grandfather, my father, and now me. So what I've seen through this entire journey is that the most important part of what we do is client servicing. It's the entire experience that we give to our clients. Whereas I'll just, not being too technical, I'll just give a small anecdote that I know that if Sonia Anand is coming, she wants samosa. I am giving grilled sandwiches, but she wants her samosa to be there at a plate. So that is something that enhances the experience, not the samosa, of course, but remembering the part that this is the client, that she has her needs at that specific part. Those things, and that in a way builds relation, and these relations, I feel, makes you money, right? So I guess the client satisfaction, and at the end of the day, sometimes I get a call randomly. I'm not in the town. I get a call that Athar ji, आपका friend आया है, and I'm like, no, my friend will call me before coming to the salon. Like, नहीं नहीं, आपका दोस्त आया हुआ है. I'm like, yeah, I have no clue about it. Who is it? I open the CCTV camera and I see there's a client waiting. I'm like, it's a walk-in and I am not at the salon, so you need to mention. अच्छा, हमें लगा आपका friend है. So even my people, my team is not able to make out the difference that if that's a friend or that's a client. But I think that's the relation that we built when we give our service to our clients. And I think those relations encash on better things in coming life. Like one small thing I'll add here, that one of my client is actually sitting at the SMC.
Wow.
Yeah. Hi. So she's actually at the SMC to see what I am doing. She always sees my Insta stories and everything. She's like, I want to know what this field is about. I want to understand what this field is about. And yeah, she's here. So I think that speaks for how you service your
Absolutely,
clients.
yes. You have really exemplified what we are discussing now. Client servicing is all this is about. Shireen, coming to you again. The most differentiating factor between salons generally is the pricing. So people feel that यहाँ पर मुझे सस्ते में मिल जाएगा या यहाँ पर affordable rates में मिल जाएगा, and they prefer going to that place. However, as Vogue salon owners, can we look at client servicing as a differentiating factor?
Hello. Yes, so if you have a different way and approach to your clients as apart to other salons, it is going to set your salon apart from the other rest of the other salons. And how do we do that? How do we make client servicing a differentiating factor from the rest of the salons? Is by giving the experience that Atharva said. Is the experience what we can give and provide to the client? And how do we give that experience along with a good service to your client? Is in a number of ways. How do you make that client feel? There are two ways to it. One is the luxurious part to it. Okay, when a client just walks into your salon, maybe you want to attract a client by the luxury, the look and feel, the ambience of the salon. So in that, there are a lot of other things that you can look at to make the client feel more comfortable. You can have chairs of your hairdressing with a massage, back massage happening, a foot massage happening. In your waiting area, you could have free access to Wi-Fi, because that's what the first thing people don't need oxygen, but they need Wi-Fi
Absolutely,
to log
yes.
into, so that's the breath, the important breath they need to take. So that's the reviving factor. So the moment they have Wi-Fi, even in any hotels, when we check in, the first thing we ask for is a Wi-Fi. So we know what they want. So that kind of comfort feeling, the moment they come, oh wow, they know they're enjoying the ambience, they're enjoying the luxury, they're enjoying the Wi-Fi. So that's that experience that you're providing, along with, of course, the quality work that you give to your clients. That's the luxurious part of it that we're looking at. And the other thing, as I initially also said, is the experience in terms of the homely feeling that you can provide to your clients. So I, being the salon owner, I always like to set an example in front of my staff by giving that little bit of comfort in terms of when a client sits into the chair, you are like a counselor to them. They come in with their problems. They should feel so comfortable. They'll be able to share and relax in that chair and feel so warm. and just get that warmly feeling. So if you stand as an example, I'm sure the others in the salon will also follow suit, and that's the atmosphere of an homeliness that you can provide. And with experience, I'm telling you that clients who go to an exquisite salon, they still prefer coming to our salon because they say we feel so comfortable, we feel so welcomed. That's the right word. You feel welcomed in a salon. So luxury is one aspect to it. So of course, you can also have the technology to your aid to give that luxury feeling, that experience. But the warmth cannot be replaced with anything. So if you have 90% of all of that in place with technology, with luxury, but that 10% of the warmth is missing, you're really missing out on something. So we need to also focus on a complete package for an entire satisfaction. And if this is the servicing we provide to our clients, it is going to set your salon apart and going to make it a differentiating factor from all the rest of the other salons.
It's fantastic, Shireen. Thank you for sharing that detailed answer with her. Nikisha, do you agree with her? Is there something more you want to add?
Yeah, I think it really makes sense what Shireen just mentioned, because it's truly coming from her experience that the warmth and the care and the personal touch that you give to the client. But yet, for me, it will be somewhere in the segment of subjective relationship. Objectively, what I have seen in my salon, because again, Bombay is an artist-driven city. They come for you and not for the brand written outside. Although I have a giant sitting next to me, the 100+ salons down south, they are like the bigger giants in the industry at the moment. But objectively, when I'm even thinking as a page 3 myself, because I'm an educator with them for the
Right.
last 2 years,
Right.
and as my own salon owner that I am, I think personalization is the key. When my client is sitting on my chair, what I say to my students, or even my students at page 3, is listen to what she's not saying. Listen to what he or she is not being able to speak, because that is where your catch is. And if you give tailored services to the client, she's not going anywhere, and there is going to be no price differentiation that she's going to bother about, because maybe keratin is to be done all over the hair, but I know that she needs it only in the fringe. I'll do it only in the fringe, or 2 inches from the roots, because now she's going for a Maldives vacation and I need to personalize and make sure her next 3 months are sorted. It's okay. So that is the kind of personalization that I like to offer to my client in an objective perspective. And that helps in word of mouth and hence client retention.
Perfect, perfect. That was a fantastic answer. Speaking of giants, so I want to know from you, as a salon chain, how do you ensure that your client servicing is uniform across the board, and whether you factor in what Shireen mentioned, the warmth and the personal touch that Nikisha mentioned?
I 100% agree with both of them. See, we are also in the luxury side. So, yes, we need beautiful ambience. Okay. More than ambience,
Can you hold the mic a little closer?
more than ambience, how are we maintaining the ambience is very, very important. Once we put up the salon, after even 2 years, 5 years, are we maintaining hygienic? Are we sterilizing? Sanitization is becoming a very important part of the salon. So we give a lot of importance to sanitization and sterilization. That helped us post-COVID. Even before COVID, we had very good sanitization protocols. So after COVID, it really changed for us. We nearly doubled our sales because we were using good sanitization protocols. For example, okay, we sanitize the shampoo station every time when a customer is taking a shampoo. I haven't seen many salons doing it, but we make it a point that every customer, before she has a shampoo wash, the basin is sanitized. Why? Because we really do not know what the other customer had. Okay, so these touch points, what makes us different from the mass premium brands. These points, which is why the customer is also ready to pay a higher price. Okay, and comes the education. Education becomes a key to luxury salons. All a stylist has to be educated. Are we giving the right knowledge to the customer? Okay, so we have a very clear policy when a first time customer enters it. Okay, we do not oversell at all. We do not upsell. We first give what is required. If he comes for a haircut, let him have a proper haircut and a good consultation of maybe a shampoo or a conditioner, what he needs. When a customer enters for a haircut, we should not speak about hair spa at least for the first time, right? Because it might be he might come as a aspirational to just to see what is
Right.
so different about here, right?
Yeah.
So first, we always say the first time he enters, you better listen to the customer and give what he wants.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shan. Atharva, what is your take on
I think
making client servicing a differentiating factor?
so
Yes.
they've covered almost everything. Like
Yeah. You cannot copy the answers.
exactly. Now I'm thinking about what do I say now. But yeah, I guess they've covered almost everything. But I'll just add a few things to that. Is that we train our team on better services, better application, better knowledge. But I think we should also train them on how because I do manage the salon and I do manage the academies and everything, but I am a hardcore hairdresser. Like I am at the salon doing all the services. So I tend to train the team on how I treat my clients. If I am giving that, and end of the day, जो एक owner personal touch देता है, वो टीम भी दे पाता है, but वो उतना effectively शायद कभी कभी देने में कमजोर पड़ जाता है. But I think we should always train them on doing that. That listen, this is your place. It's you who's going to run the show, and this is how I try to run it. You just do that. So whenever you are not available, or the person who in a way attends the client is not available, your team can also do the same kind of a job where they do not feel like, अरे आज owner नहीं था तो वैसा feel नहीं आया. Because being from a place where I am there, I'm just saying that. And this, in a way, training them on that creates that as a differentiating factor. And I always ask one question to my clients, that they were doing it at a lower price and you're standing here, why? Is how we differentiate from others. So you are here asking me to bargain, but you are here asking me to do that. So I don't think I need to do that, because you just need to sit in my chair and do the rest, right? So I think how you service them, how you give the entire feel of it, and of course your work speaks for itself. That's how I differentiate, or I think, and everything that they said differentiates the entire thing.
Thank you, Atharva. Shireen, he brought up an important aspect of training your team also to provide the same kind of service that you as a owner or you as a hairdresser are doing. तो क्या team आपके लिए challenge हो जाती है in delivering the exact client servicing?
Yes, absolutely. As Atharva, actually, that was a point I was going to mention, which you already said. As a salon owner, exactly, it is a big challenge to keep up to that. Because exactly as you said, that, clients come and say, कि आप नहीं होते तो वो वाला feeling नहीं आता, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. So constantly training your staff, not only in the services that we provide, but also in terms of how comfortable and how personalized touch that we can give to our clients, going out of your way to make them feel nice and giving them that experience. So it's a constant journey of training them on that. And this is the most difficult part, because this is where the emotions are coming from. And every individual is very differently emotionally based. Some are having less emotion, some are more affectionate, some are just very cold. So how do you bring them on that same level is a great challenge. Training everybody and the skill set sometimes is far more easier than doing that. Apart from that, the other challenges that we would generally on a practical basis face, which would unnerve the client, is like if your technology, suddenly your system is down and all your data and records are there. So your billing will not happen. The clients will not get the bill. So it will put them in discomfort. They want the bill. Correct. So these are the practical discomforts also. Sometimes your important staff doesn't come at work. So those are the challenges also we face in client servicing, because then the other staff who are working, they are loaded with extra work. So probably they're running late with appointments. So the clients have to wait, their waiting time increases. So apart from the practical challenges that we face in giving our best and optimum service, of course, the main is keeping everyone in par at the emotional level in treating the clients is the main challenge.
Right. Nikisha, आप भी ऐसे ही कुछ similar challenges face करते हैं?
Yeah, I mean, agreed. What she's rightly put. I often put it in two words. There is attitude and there is aptitude. You can fix the aptitude aspect, but you can't fix the attitude aspect. And that's why what I try to do is put one word on them, and that is responsibility. To any of my stylists, whether my salon or my partner salons where I'm doing education, I tell them one word, that you are the brand ambassador to this salon. So if it is Shyam Bhatia salon, you are the brand ambassador of that salon. If you are working at page 3, you're the brand ambassador of page 3. So you are going to behave like a brand ambassador. So that's where I think the 3 basic challenges which I have seen in life is education, which means they need to be as educated, as interested as we are. 2, retention. They have to continue to be with us, so they have to feel motivated to stay with us. And 3rd is intention. You're not here just to provide a service, because फिर तो आप कारीगर हो गए ना. अगर आप सिर्फ काम करके दे रहे हो तो कारीगर बन गए आप. लेकिन अगर आप परफॉर्मेंस दे रहे हो तो कलाकार बनोगे. तो क्या बनना है आप डिसाइड करो. कारीगर बन के रहना है तो बन के रहो. ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनना है तो कलाकारी करनी पड़ेगी बॉस. And that is the intent I seed in every stylist of mine when I'm talking about client servicing.
Wow, very well put, Nikisha. Shan, as a chain salon, what are the challenges that you face in ensuring uniform client servicing?
Very important. Though we have enough SOPs, okay, of to do what service, how to receive a customer, okay, what to talk, what not to talk. Still, I think the major challenge is the soft skills for a stylist. Okay, because communication, I think, is the key, and that is where we as salon owners have to put a lot of effort into that. While we are training the technical part, okay, we leave soft skills to the stylist or to the managers to teach what to do and what. So that is, I think, that area has to be concentrated a lot. Because in a salon, if you see, stylists are from different parts of India.
Yes.
It is not from. So language is always a barrier to communicate to the client. So how are we going to communicate? Okay, what questions to ask? What questions not to ask? Are we understanding the customers correctly? Okay, the customers might think one and maybe show a picture or explain. Does the stylist understand it right? So these challenges, I think, if we cross those challenges, I think it will be far, far better in giving a proper service to the customer.
Thank you, Shan. Atharva, you mentioned about personalizing a client's experience. तो क्या ऐसा कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है या ऐप है जो आपको बताएगा कौन से कस्टमर को सैंडविच पसंद है और किसको समोसा पसंद है?
We do mention it in our software notes that this person likes this. But you know, as you mentioned this, I would just like to say that sometimes this is a problem also. Like कभी-कभी आप client के expectations इतने ज़्यादा exceed कर लेते हो कि वो अगले बार के लिए he is expecting even more. So that is somewhere where you have to set everything clear कि this is everything that we can do for you. Yeah, this is our part that we can do. But the main challenge here is the consistency. Like, I am ready to be at my Borivali branch. I'm ready to be at my Thane branch. I'm ready to be at my Khar branch. I'm ready to run. But if I am not there, who is ready to consistently do that? So I think that is a challenge where your team walks in and where your softwares also
So
come in with
technology,
the,
yes. How does technology figure into all this?
So technology has helped me in a way. I'll tell you that I have the entire data and information of my client, where what service they had done a month back or 2 months back and what we do. Because sometimes clients come to me and they're like, आपने पिछली बार वो जो बताया था ना वो कीजिए, and I'm like, I do that every day to 10 of my clients. I don't remember. You have to remember. You are the one who needs to remember. She's laughing there. Yeah. So you have to remember what I said and you need to tell me and I'll do that for you. But when softwares walked in, I'm like, मैंने ये बोला है, लिख लो, क्योंकि अगली बार यही होने वाला है, that you know the same thing, right? So technology has helped that way in, you know, easing out these challenges, but also in a way that it has streamlined the process now. You know who's coming in, you know what you need to do, you know what you have to be ready. अगर client ने आके bomb डाल दिया कि नहीं आज तो मुझे कुछ हमेशा से अलग चाहिए, then it's a different case scenario altogether. But otherwise you're always prepped about who's coming, how is she, we have the flags ready. But yeah, we have the flags. She's red, she's green, she's yellow. So you know who's coming in with what attitude and with what mood she's coming in. So you know how to deal with them, because sometimes you're very happy about a client coming in, she's in a bad mood. So you need to make that up for her, right? You know that this guy client is going to come in and she's going to be all fussy about everything. So I flagged her, ये red है, तो इसको ऐसे ही deal करो. Yeah.
और
you gotta
समोसे
do that.
खिलाओ.
हाँ, और समोसे खिलाओ. True. But that is something that we need to do, that we know who's coming in, right? And I guess technology has made that easier. But with technology also comes online feedbacks.
Right.
Like I'll say that I have 4.7 star rating, but that 0.3 that we have left, no, is just 5 negative reviews. But those negative reviews make for a lot. And coming from a person who's seeing that, it's very emotional thing कि यार 450 अच्छे हैं, 4 के वजह से वो 0.3 जब जाते हैं, and when you see those feedback you're like यार मैंने तो सब कुछ किया था. But still, but then also with software comes the part where you can filter your reviews. But I try not to do that. I just let it be all up where it is. So yeah,
You have to take it as a learning.
100%.
Yes. Shireen, how has technology helped you in client servicing?
So, adding on to what Atharva has said in a very humorous way, I like the way he just puts things around, making us all laugh. So, on a serious note, it has helped us, as he said, streamline all our data. So, it becomes very easy for us to approach and follow up anniversaries, important occasions
Yeah.
for clients. So if there is already a software which is taking care of all the data that is there, and it's just so automated, like on a click of a button, you will have everything in place. Similarly, if you've done a particular color on a client's head or the number of services a client has taken previously, there is a record. So we can offer loyalty programs to those clients. So if a client is giving you a big ticket size, so the number of clients who give you a ticket size, so there can be some offers which we can give on a loyalty basis. So all of this becomes so much more simplified and organized and categorized that life becomes very simple. So we don't need to work. So it has lowered down our burden on all of that. So that as a technician, I can constantly then work on my technical aspect, and software just takes care of all of these other follow-ups with our clients. So life becomes much more easier and simplified.
So generally, you find that smaller salons are very scared of taking on technology. They have this mindset that either it is too expensive or we don't need it that much, and they stick to their Excel sheets and stuff. So would you encourage them to invest in softwares? For
So
this?
I'll tell you the reason why these small salons are a little hesitant to have it. One is the finance, the money part of it. Secondly, who's going to handle the data? Like you need an efficient receptionist to even do that. So again, incurring a lot of money into that. So they are happy, like if it's a small time salon, I'm sure they would not even have anyone so much trained. Just hi, hello करके बोल दिया phone पे. Calls attend के लिए वहाँ तक का ही ठीक है receptionist. But you will need somebody who's more upgraded, who's more educated to handle a software. So that is also one constraint. So it's the overall everything that put together is going to be a constraint for a small time salon owner. But I'm sure that they will come in stride and they will do it gradually. But I'm sure it is going to take time, and I would definitely motivate everyone because it's like पैसा पैसे को खींचता है. तो स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट पड़ेगा आपको, वो investment करने के लिए, but it's going to, technology is going to give you 2 folds more or 4 folds more. So you need to take that plunge. So yes, I would request all my
So return of
beginners and-
investment है इसमें.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Nikisha.
Yeah. So, firstly, I'm not really a core person into management. I'm more artistic in life. So, management wise, technology, I may not be able to give very great inputs because I'm not really digged in or dived deep into it. My brother has, so he manages the numbers and the finance and the management part of the salon. However, I do know that there are certain apps, there are certain datas and things that we record, we maintain. But what I have seen, I find it a little bit robotic because it may not be the same the next time that she's coming. So today she has done XYZ service. It's important and imperative for me to change what she did the last time. I don't want to give her what I gave her the last time. So I don't want to know what we did the last time. There is a little muscle memory or brain, whatever slight memory that you may have, and I won't like to change it. However, having said that, we are not always in the salon. We are always traveling. We are doing brand events. We are doing Bombay Times Fashion Week, India Times Fashion Week, so many things. So what I have done and learned this from my dad rather than my brother, which is the last generation, and that is, गाड़ी चलाने के लिए 4 पहिए चाहिए तो लाइफ स्मूथ चलती है. आप बॉम्बे से गुजरात पहुंच जाएंगे. So I have 4 segments in my salon: management, hair, skin, and academy. I have 4 people who are the most trusted. They are working with us for the last 10 to 15 years. I keep them happy and they keep my team happy. They keep my clients happy. And that's all I need to do. I don't want to take care of 25, 35, 100 staff members. I need these 4 people to be happy and they take care of the show. They hold the fort very well. Second is CRM tools, your client reputation and your relationship management, which is again looked after through social media to some extent, honestly speaking. I personally, when I'm taking my flights, I know my client is in so-and-so country. I'll say, oh, you're looking hot. The hair's looking pretty. Nice. That's really cool. You're looking, just one little message. I promise you, she just remembers about you and she sends another 2 friends, or she just knows the minute I'm back in Bombay, I need to go visit Nikisha. So that little personal touch I like to maintain. And the last part I'll add to this is marketing myself. So especially when you're in Bombay and if you're an artist-driven salon, when you're saying you're a boutique salon, then if I'm on the Times of India page, I need to post about it, talk about it. In other words, blow my own trumpet if needed sometimes, because that is going to bring equity and credibility to my brand back at home. They may not need Nikisha all the time, but salon जाने के वक्त उसके मुंह से निकलना नहीं चाहिए कि मैं salon जा रही हूँ, Nikisha के पास जा रही हूँ, Shyam ji के पास जा रही हूँ. And that is all that technology helps me over there. Social media management, my data analysis back at the salon, those 4 people who do it, I don't do it personally. And the third is client relationship tools, which we use back at the salon. The basic example he gave, samosa chahiye ki sandwich chahiye. मेरी क्लाइंट जेन है तो मेरी मैनेजर को पता है ये जेन है, इनके लिए जेन आइटम आएगा. सो दीज आर बेसिक थिंग्स दैट वी डू एंड दिस गोज इनटू द डेटा फॉर श्योर.
Thank you, Nikisha, for that detailed answer. Shan, how are you using technology at page 3?
So, as a chain of salons, our brand runs on software and technology.
Yes.
So, if the stylist is the heart of the salon, for us, the software and the technology is the brain. So, everything revolves around that, right? From taking an appointment, slotting the right time for the customer, to backward seeing totally how many cuts have come in. Are we going on the right path? How many colors we are? Data is there everywhere, but how do we interrupt is a very, very important thing. That is where a lot of people are not doing it. I think when we interrupt the data and get the reports rightly, we can easily double our business. So we should have what kind of trends are happening in each salon. Are fashion colors happening? If the fashion colors are happening, are the right amount of hair spas are happening? All these vital data can be got on the software. No matter, the software is the only solution for us.
Right. So I would like to throw one final question to the panel, beginning with you, Atharva. What happens when you don't pay enough attention to client servicing? What is on the flip side?
As I mentioned earlier, the point 3 that I've left out on my reviews. But then, yeah, sometimes there's a challenge where, the client, we create a kind of comfort or something with the clients where later they really not discuss it with your team, but when you're there, they're like, कि आपको पता है last time ना ऐसा ऐसा हो गया था या last time ना ऐसे ऐसे हो गया था. So there's a positive also to it and there's a negative also. The negative is what happened, but the positive is because you create such atmosphere with your clients, वो आपको आके बताते हैं in your personal space that this is what is happening, you need to take care of it, and you need to look into it, where you also understand that yes, but अच्छा हुआ कि ये और 4 लोगों को नहीं पता चला, right? So that is something that I take from that is the feedback, and I personally, whenever I'm there, or for that matter when Uday sir is also there, he actually, how to service clients, I have learned not from anywhere but from my father, because he is someone who will give everything when the client is inside. I am like, okay, we have to charge him later for everything that you have given now, because what you are charging is all you are spending behind your clients. But yeah, but he is that kind of a person. So I think what I have learned from that is give them that space, give them that energy, give them that love, that they are your people. And as Nikisha rightly said, that wo salon nahi ja rahe, wo Atharva ke paas ja rahe. Like when they mention, they'll always be like, मैं salon नहीं जा रही हूँ, I have to meet Atharva, I have to see Atharva, I have to see Udayji, I have to see this. And that is what I guess, makes that happen.
Right.
So small, but yeah.
Thank you, Atharva. Shireen, what happens when you don't look at client servicing? What is the flip side?
So obviously, there is competition. So obviously, there is a scare that if there is something less here, the client already has so much more to allure and go away from. So it's always better to hold on to the best that you can give to your clients so that they are more loyal to you. And as we all have rightly said, and we all believe that, I think apart from everything, it's the personal touch that we have to give to our clients, which will make them keep coming back to us and hold on to the loyalties, apart from everything else that we'll give them in terms of whatever I've mentioned in technology and luxury and comfort and all of it. But the warm and the welcome feeling all the time the client steps into your salon is what you need to give. So that's what it makes them connected to you as a stylist. And as they said, we want to go to not to a salon, but they always say, I want to go, I'm at Shireen's. When they're calling somebody, where are you? I'm at Shireen's. So it feels so good. Like, it's like they associate with me on a personal level, and that's what I want to give them to them constantly. And that is what will hold them to my salon forever.
Right. Nikisha, what is your take on ignoring client servicing?
So I think there are 2 kinds of people. Simple math for me. One who will come and tell you when they don't like something, when they don't like a service, they'll come and tell you कि मुझे ये नहीं पसंद आया, ये बिल्कुल सही नहीं है, आप इसको please सही कीजिए. And you get second opportunity to make it right. Now the right may not be right according to you. Please don't give the client what you want to give her what she wants. Yes or no? So that's why listening to her is the most important thing. You don't have to show all your skill set to her. Give her what she needs, and that is it enough. And if she gives you a negative feedback, please take it, because it's your second opportunity to make it right. But the second type of people they will not give you feedback. They will not tell you कि मुझे पसंद नहीं आया, लेकिन जिंदगी में आपके सैलून में पैर वापस नहीं रखेंगे. और मैं वो second category से हूँ. I as a person, I don't confront very easily. I don't say I don't like you or you did the wrong thing. I literally just move, exit, and I never come back to that person or that place. So I know how dangerous the second category is, and I never want my clients to be in that segment. And that's why hospitality and warmth is the most important thing. So if you're not taking care of client servicing, you're losing out on your positioning and you will suffer the brunt of it.
Right. Very well put, Nikisha. Shan.
So you are in a service industry, right? So it is very, very obvious
Yes.
that client servicing is the most important key thing to your business. Okay, you have to build a relationship and give the right kind of service to the clients so that they come back. When they come back, only your business happens. So it is as simple as that. That client servicing is the most key factor to your business.
Thank you so much. Thank you, panelists, for this very engaging session. We have time for a couple of questions from the audience. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand and the mic will come to you.
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I must tell you, it was very nice sitting here and listening to all four of you. What I would like to particularly mention the young brigade there. I thought both of them made the kind of nuanced points that only come after years of experience and exposure. And I was feeling very, very glad sitting here that the industry is in very, very good hands.
Absolutely.
For example, Atharva went on to say that experiences can be good and bad, but you create the ambience that the customer feels like coming back and telling you. Nikisha said that there are two kinds of customers. I'll put a data point to that. 1 out of every 26 unhappy customers complains. The other 25 vote with their feet. They step out very kindly, very quietly, smiling. They'll even tip the person, but that's the last you ever seen of them. Which is why I keep telling people that we refer to customers as irate customers, right? You should call them caring customers because they bother to tell you. Somewhere built in into that expression is the hope that you'll do something about it. And the fact that both these youngsters not just know it, but they understand and practice it is something that made me feel very good. I believe that the younger people are at least twice as intelligent as the rest of us, and I just got proven again. So good on you guys.
That's all
Thank
because
you,
of
sir.
your
Thank
experience that we are learning from.
Thank you so much. And with that, we bring this panel to a conclusion. Can we have a round of applause for our speakers here? And I request Shireen to please step forward. I would like to present you with a memento. so much to all my speakers for the first panel. It was a very engaging conversation. And now, within a couple of minutes, we'll start with our second panel. So please stay put.